Welcome to your nightmare.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 most controversial episodes of true crime shows ever.
Kill them all, of course.
For this list, we're looking at docuseries and dramatizations of real-life crimes with episodes that caused a stir. Some of these include major plot points in their respective shows, so a spoiler warning is in effect. What episode shocked you the most? Let us know in the comments. Number 10. The Bones, the disappearance of Natalie Holloway.
We're going to his aunt's house where they took the remains.
He knows there's a cadaver dog here,
He knows there's going to be one today. I told him.
that if he lies, then we're gonna know.
The 2005 disappearance of American high school senior Natalie Holloway while on a graduation trip to Aruba quickly gained national coverage. She was declared dead in 2012 after years of investigating yielded few answers. In 2017, Oxygen aired a 6-episode series following Natalie's father Dave Holloway as he and a private investigator followed a new lead in Aruba.
Check this out.
What the hell is that?
Somebody dug out a hole.
Tire tracks.
Four-wheeler tracks.
That's interesting.
Skeletal remains were supposedly found in real time, and her mother Beth was asked to submit a DNA sample for testing, unaware that it was for a TV series. But in the last episode, it was revealed that the bones were not Natalie's, and most weren't even human.
Think they dug something up?
I don't know. That's a good question.
A year later, Beth sued the producers for allegedly knowing beforehand that these weren't her daughter's remains, claiming the production was pre-planned. Number 9. The Devil Lives in Cleveland and The Conspiracy, The Devil Next Door.
He was living the American dream. He was a good American citizen up until the government came along and said he was Ivan the Terrible.
Netflix's 2019 docuseries The Devil Next Door looks at the trial of Cleveland man John Demjanjuk in the 1980s, accused of being a Nazi prison camp guard known as Ivan the Terrible.
Demjanjuk insists it is a case of mistaken identity. A Treblinka survivor today insisted there was no mistake.
In the first and third episodes, maps show concentration camps within what is now modern-day Poland. Prime Minister Mateusz Morawiecki wrote a letter to Netflix CEO Reed Hastings, complaining that the maps implied that Poland ran the camps. In response, Netflix announced that they would add on-screen text noting that the country was occupied by Nazi Germany at the time. The subject is so controversial within Poland that in 2018, the government criminalized public speech that attributes responsibility for the Holocaust to the nation.
The 3-judge panel hearing the case will return its verdict in about 6 weeks. And if the decision is guilty as charged, then John Demjanjuk could be sentenced to death.
Number 8. Friends in Low Places, Inventing Anna.
Hello?
Rachel? What happened in Morocco with Anna?
Netflix's Inventing Anna lets the audience know before each episode that not everything is true. According to former Vanity Fair photo editor Rachel Deloche-Williams, the series falsely portrayed her as a snobby freeloader, leading to online harassment.
What if I put a card down just temporarily until her bank sorts things out? You could use it as a hold?
That would be acceptable?
But it's just a hold. Just to have on file, right?
As long as we have another card before checkout.
Episode 6 of the series, which centered on the infamous Morocco trip, showed Williams as the one suggesting a pricey vacation at La Moumounia luxury hotel in Marrakesh. In reality, it was Anna's idea. Williams did end up with the bill, but rather than leaving Vanity Fair with the debt, she transferred it to her personal card. Williams filed a lawsuit against Netflix and the Shondaland team for defamation, alleging that they had blurred fiction and reality in dangerous ways.
If there is a way that true crime stories can be told, seen, discussed, even dramatized responsibly, this just isn't it.
Number 7. A Murdered Mother. Crime Stories, India Detectives.
तुम्हारे साथ जो कुछ हुआ वो बहुत बुरा हुआ हम उसे बदल नहीं सकते बस दुआ कर सकते हैं कि ऊपर वाला तुम्हें सहने की ताकत दे
Netflix's Crime Stories India Detectives follows the Bangalore City Police as they deal with the city's various crimes, from kidnapping to murder. The first episode of the series investigates the death of Nirmala Chandrasekhar and those accused of her murder, her daughter Amruta and an alleged accomplice Sridhar Rao.
ये बहुत ही अजीब केस है ऐसी बातें अक्सर नहीं होती मतलब ये एक रेयर केस है
In early October 2021, the Karnataka High Court ordered Netflix to remove the episode based on a petition filed by Rao. Since the series focuses on the police, the investigation, which includes Rao's interrogation, is framed in their perspective. Televising the opinions of the investigating officers would likely harm Rao's defense. The streamer temporarily made the episode unavailable, but was later allowed to stream it again when the petition was dismissed.
जब भी किसी का मर्डर होता है तो मैं ये मानता हूँ कि मेरे किसी अपने का खून हुआ है। मैं हर गुनाह को ऐसे ही देखता हूँ।
Number 6. Haunting, The Watcher. Ryan Murphy released 2 true crime series on Netflix in 2022, and both managed to draw criticism, though for very different reasons.
We had it.
No, we didn't.
We had it. We had the
Never
house.
did.
We had the life. And somebody ripped it away from us. And I am going to get it back for us.
We can't get it back.
The house isn't selling. Let's just take it off the market.
No.
In The Watcher, Murphy significantly deviated from the true story of the Broaddus family and opted for a highly dramatized version of events. With these creative liberties, Murphy could have made the anonymous letter sender to be any one of the several suspicious characters introduced throughout the 7 episodes. However, the final episode didn't reveal the identity of the Watcher, leaving viewers disappointed and, in many cases, enraged. They took to Twitter to voice their anger, with some even advising others not to watch it.
This won't be the last you'll hear from me. I wish to only congratulate you on your magnificent new home.
The series was renewed for a 2nd season, so maybe Murphy will redeem himself.
See you around then?
Definitely.
Number 5. The Beating Heart, The Staircase. When French filmmaker Jean-Xavier de Lestrade sold the rights to his 2004 documentary The Staircase, he trusted Antonio Campos to accurately depict the true events in a planned drama series. However, upon its premiere in 2022, de Lestrade and the documentary team alleged it was filled with inaccuracies, particularly Episode 5, which portrayed unethical decisions on their part.
Il mérite un portrait juste, équilibré.
Juste? Quoi, toi tu sais ce qui est juste, c'est ça?
Scenes heavily implied that they edited footage to show accused murderer Michael Peterson in a better light.
You worry about other things. Other people. Those you love. Not like you guys.
While Peterson and editor Sophie Brunet did fall in love, they didn't begin a relationship until after Brunet completed her work on the original episodes. De Lestrade, who generously allowed Campos access to his original footage and research, said that he felt betrayed.
Nous avons travaillé pendant 3 ans non-stop sur ce projet. Et nous avions plus de 500 heures de rush. Et chaque fois qu'on a essayé de condenser, on a trouvé encore plus de matière.
Number 4. Surrender, Under the Banner of Heaven.
You all right? We know what just happened, don't we, Matilda?
Based on John Krakauer's nonfiction book, Hulu's 2022 series Under the Banner of Heaven dramatizes the horrific murders of Brenda and Erica Lafferty in 1984 and the history of the Mormon Church. Brenda's sister, Sharon Wright Weeks, condemned the series for its depiction of Brenda's endowment ceremony in Episode 3. Because of its sacred nature, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints doesn't make the temple ritual public knowledge.
It's important that Brenda knows she doesn't just earn a husband today, but sisters too. Forever. To keep all of our agency strong.
What do you mean, agency?
As in free agency.
According to Weeks, her sister treasured the experience and wasn't creeped out like the fictional Brenda. Members of the church also expressed frustration that the series depicts elements that were part of the ceremony during that time period, without informing viewers that they were later changed in 1990.
Names, signs, and penalties, which you will receive in the temple this day, are most sacred, and are guarded by solemn covenants and obligations of secrecy.
Number 3. The Happiness of All Mankind, Chernobyl.
You can see him for 30 minutes. Not a minute more. And you cannot touch him in any way. Do you understand? Room 15.
Thank you.
You're not pregnant, are you?
No.
HBO's hit series Chernobyl tells the true story of the worst nuclear disaster in history, examining the accident itself and the harrowing aftermath. Though the award-winning series received critical acclaim for acting and storytelling, multiple experts, some of whom treated patients at Chernobyl, openly criticized the depiction of radiation effects. In episode 4, fictional nuclear physicist Ulana Homyuk describes Ludmila Ignatenko's newborn baby, who died just hours after birth.
She gave birth. A girl. The baby lived for 4 hours. They said the radiation would have killed the mother, but the baby absorbed it instead. Her baby.
The cause of death was allegedly radiation poisoning absorbed from her father, Pripyat firefighter Vasily Ignatenko. However, experts in the field with first-hand knowledge, including Dr. Robert Gale and Dr. Alla Shapira, have said that this is scientifically unproven. The doctors also stressed that patients were not radiative as the show suggests.
We live in a country where children have to die to save their mothers. To hell with your deal. And to hell with our lives.
Number 2, Chapter 6, What the Hell Did I Do? The Jinx, The Life and Deaths of Robert Durst.
My theory is that this probably was you sending her some support.
That's possible. That certainly is possible.
For decades, real estate heir Robert Durst, the subject of HBO's 2015 docuseries The Jinx, was suspected of multiple murders. At the time of its premiere, Durst was still a free man. But the day before the finale aired, he was arrested for the death of longtime friend Susan Berman and charged with first-degree murder. Millions tuned in for the 6th episode, which ended with Durst's possible admission of guilt captured by his microphone.
What the hell did I do? Kill them all, of course.
Documentarians Andrew Jarecki, Mark Smerling, and Zach Stewart-Pontier were questioned about the timeline of the production, since it appeared that they sat on his confession in favor of an epic conclusion to their series. Durst's remarks were also edited out of order, throwing the filmmaker's integrity into question.
They're likely to raise questions about the recording itself. Is it what producers say it is? And then, microphone or not, did Robert Durst have an expectation of privacy when he went to the restroom?
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, Silenced, Dahmer Monster, the Jeffrey Dahmer story.
Can I buy you a drink? 2 whiskey cokes, please.
2022's most talked about true crime series was Ryan Murphy's controversial Dahmer Monster, the Jeffrey Dahmer story. He received heavy criticism for allegedly not contacting the victims' families, despite claiming to center the series on the victims.
When will I see you again? How do I know that?
Episode 6 focuses on Tony Hughes, played by Rodney Burford, portraying him as having been in a romantic relationship with Dahmer for some time. While friends confirmed the two knew each other for over a year, Hughes' mother Shirley said, quote, "It didn't happen like that."
Shirley slams the show, saying, quote, "I don't see how they can use our names and put stuff out like that out there."
In Dahmer's real-life confession, he denied knowing Hughes before the night he met and killed him. Silenced has been praised for its representation of the deaf community, but some viewers felt that this particular episode romanticized the serial killer.
Who is this? Hello? Where's my brother?